Hello, drone racers. It is cold outside. See that? That is called snow. I know some of you don't have any of this, so you are pretty much done with this video. You don't care. But for the rest of you that do have that, you may have seen these, and I have bought these to try them both. These are basically FPV gloves. This fits your radio inside of it, and then you just don't wear gloves. You just put your hands inside of here, and then you control your radio and you fly it. So you basically wear it as a pair of gloves. Now these are two different models. There's a little more to them than just being black and orange theoretically. The black one has a little bit bigger screen, but the insulation inside is a lot thinner. It's not nearly as thick, supposed to not be as heavy duty, versus the orange is supposed to be a more heavy duty model. Whether it's enough to make a difference, I can't really tell. I'll check back after I'm done recording another video that I'm working on for waterproofing outside. If you haven't seen that yet, check that out. If it's not posted yet, wait a few days. But I'm going to be doing some testing here with these in the winter, and we'll just kind of see how it goes in a little bit. Oh, I already lost it as I was trying to put my hand in my FPV glove. So I can be out here in the winter if I want to, especially with this. Man, I like this a lot. I plan on flying with this thing a lot. Oh, it's actually me. Now that I've tried them, I'm gonna say these things are great. Being able to slide my hands in here. I have worn gloves and tried to fly with gloves before, and I just don't like it. Even when the gloves that you can take your thumbs off them, my thumbs just get cold. This was really nice. The hardest part is probably this section where my coat that I had on didn't fit in quite all the way. There's a lot of Velcro. I'm going to show you all the options on here. So there's Velcro here. There's a strap, so you can actually leave this open. Maybe I didn't need to Velcro it. That was probably the problem. If you leave it open, I wish this Velcro was a little bit longer. I could probably expand that better to make it custom fit, because I had it about halfway. First I had it the whole way, and my sleeves wouldn't fit it at all. That's more just like for regular sleeves. With my coat, it didn't fit at all. I tried to open it a little more. I could even try a little bit more, but if you make this a little bit longer and make it like there so my sleeves fit in better, I'm afraid that would be too big, but it still probably wouldn't be too bad. So there's a lot of options for this. I couldn't see the screen very well when I had my gloves in here. It tended to ride up just a little bit, so I couldn't see, but I had goggles on anyway, so it didn't really matter in this case. But it's pretty easy to move, and I know it all by feel, so it didn't matter all that much. There's a lot of Velcro options on the top. There is a gap here, so if you're still running 72 megahertz or something with a longer antenna, there's a flap on the top that is split, so you can, if you would want to, for some reason, have your antenna sticking out, or if you're flying with a frequency just with a longer antenna, you can do that without a problem. Then there's also flaps on the sides, so the top opens up quite a bit and you can get it to fit kind of however you want. So if you want to fit your radio in the top here and then get it all zippered up together, actually this there's layers here, so this goes on here and that goes there, and on the outside it does the same thing, where the back goes on and then the front goes on, and then it's all fuzzy, but your antenna can stick out. If you need to be able to reach in here, you can do that, and then it fits in. The orange, I will say I couldn't tell a difference. It does feel a little bit thicker on the inside. It feels a little bit softer, a little bit more soft wool-like, versus this is more of an artificial, thickness-wise, there's quite a bit of a difference. This is quite a bit heavier. Today, outside here, it's about 22 degrees Fahrenheit, and I couldn't tell a difference between the two in that temperature. I think it's more of a matter of keeping the wind off and the air off. Either one worked fine. If it was colder than that and I was trying to fly, you might be able to tell more of a difference. And there's only a couple dollars difference between the two. Honestly, I kind of like the orange look. I think it looks really nice. It's kind of a Star Wars orange, I guess. That might draw me in. It looks like something you would wear on Hoth as a Rebel. This is more Imperial. So there you go. We have the Rebel version and the Imperial version, depending on which you prefer. Either one, I think, will work just fine. I grabbed a tape measure to actually check this. because it said, it looks like the black might be, so we're at what, 6 3/4 versus by 6 1/2, and we are at 6 1/2. I'm not even sure it's square. Yeah, by 6. Actually, the orange seems to be a little bit bigger. Interesting. But it doesn't seem, is that even square? 6 1/2 there. No, it's not. Not even square. And I don't think it's specifically cut at an angle. I think they just put it together real quick, and the stitching's probably done by hand and like whatever. But for what we're doing here, it doesn't really matter. So there you go. I've looked at these for years and hadn't ever pulled the trigger on them, and I'm really glad I did. Even in the spring and the fall when we have those cool days, there have been a couple times I went out and tried to fly at lunch, and it was cold. It wasn't freezing cold, but it was cold, and I tried to wear gloves and I didn't, and this would make that much better. I'll probably keep one of these in my car and one of them in my house. Honestly, that's probably what I'll do. I just want 2 of them, and I'll have 1 in each. That way I don't forget it, which I tend to do. But highly recommended. I like them both better than gloves. So if you found this useful, make sure you subscribe so you see more FPV content. Leave a like and a comment down below and let me know which one you prefer, the Hoth Orange or the Imperial Black. Which one do you think is better? So until next time, remember, these would also work at sporting events with lots of downtime, because you could wear this as your gloves and have your phone available too, not just for RC.